Welcome everyone, today we'll have another guide for Tower Fantasy. In this guide, we'll be looking at different ways to get extra loots. As you can see in the replay behind me, I got 2 golden Moculus summons and there is a number of ways to get different loots. And over here you can see that by completing this maze, I was able to get 2 golden chips. And those are the rare resource that allows us to summon SSR chips and also SSR characters. And on top of that, there is also a lot of different ways to get additional loots. Over here you can see by joining a party co-op, you can get additional desired materials for your weapon upgrade, like the purple ones, 3, 4 or even 5 in one go, giving you extra bonus loots. And finally, in the video, we're looking to some of the fun and also daily activities you can do to get additional purple and also blue loots and also additional vehicle parts, which can be very valuable. Notice here I've gotten a purple little toy. So there's a lot of things you can do daily, a lot of things you can do weekly, and a lot of things you should be getting in the game, and I want to make a collective video for this one. So what we'll do is, we'll break the video into several parts. The first part, we'll look into the weekly additional loot you get. The second part, we'll look into bonus tips that you get additional loot from doing co-op. The last part, we'll look into some daily tips and also daily loots you can get. So there's over 10 bonus loots, and some of those are very rare. So the first one we're going to look at is going to be the Dream Machine. Now, in order to get the Dream Machine, you will have to be deciphering the blue or the purple boxes on the world that spawns randomly, and each week this will reset. Currently, I believe that after deciphering one of those triangle boxes, what you're going to see is, you're going to see a little ball that is left on the ground after you're opening those chests. Make sure you interact with this, and this will give you bonus loot. So looking over here, you can see that I'm deciphering this particular blue chest. And after deciphering it, what you're going to see is I always check behind me to see if there is additional spawn. And notice now there's additional spawn of the Dream Machine. Always interact with this. I believe we get at least 2 of those a week, and those give some really generous loots. So here I'm trying to get through the monsters and go into the dungeon. So there's a multiple of random dungeons, and depending how you complete the dungeon, you'll be getting additional reward. But regardless, you'll either get 2 of the golden chips or 2 of the golden moculus, and you're guaranteed for at least 2 of those, each of those, a week. And after that, it's depending on the speed of you progressing through the dungeons and also killing the monsters, and also how lucky you are to get through the rest of the bonus rewards. So this is really good. Make sure you always check the loot you get after opening the little deciphering chest. This usually starts at the start of the week, and this gives you some really good bonus loots. And this is pretty much worth 600 dark crystals if you exchange those from the crystals. And over here you can see me fighting one of those event dungeons, which allows me to kill additional monsters, survive for 3 minutes to get 2 of the golden moculus. So those are from the Dream Machines. I do recommend doing those every week, and make sure you don't miss those out. So they're very valuable and they give you some very decent loots. And don't worry guys, if you don't get the final reward, it is actually quite hard to get all of those rewards. But if you do, you'll also get 6 of the purple summons, which is also very valuable. Now, next part of the guide is about opening the start gate. Now, if you come over to the start gate, what you're going to see is the start gate will range from rarity from 1 star, 2 star to 3 star. So let me show you guys one of the screenshot I got for 2 star. And I have gotten 3 star before, where you get 5 resources. Now there is also disparity with the resource you get, so it's quite important for you to first understand the star rarity. Usually players don't do the lowest rarity ones unless you want the purple weapon materials. Notice the ones I have left over are the blue ones, and I have done all the purple ones. But there is, there's a little trick to this. So coming over to my weapon, notice how I need the nanofiber frame number 1, the purple ones, and I don't have much. And today I'm actually out of the start gate. Now of course you can come over here to the select part and go to Dimensional Trials to get 2 of those boxes, but this only gives you 2, right? So what I want to share with you guys is, if you come over to recruit and notice that there are people sharing recruit list that you can join, it is quite important to look at those recruit, because people will share very rare recruits with 1 star, 2 star or 3 star. So sometimes I go look for the 3 stars and notice that there is a player maybe over here who is actually sharing. So even though I cannot find my own start gate, I can join other people's start gate. Oh, where did he go? I think, yeah, he's over here. So notice that he's sharing his 1 star, and I really wanted those nanoframe purple weapon upgrades, so I can click to try to request to join his party, and this will give me additional loots. Now, if you are diligent and if you check all the time, you can actually notice that there is a ×4 for the 2 stars. And sometimes, rare enough, people will send the ×5 for the 3 stars. So you should always be on the lookout for the recruit. Do keep in mind, you want to have at least 30 stamina to be able to loot those items from people who are sharing recruits. And this is one of the better ways to get additional purple frames. So, I only discovered this today and it is actually very rewarding. So coming over here, notice I was looking for nanofiber. Let me show you guys a replay. So over here, notice that I joined Maybe's party for the nanofiber, and I realized I don't even have to change the channel. As long as he click enter and I accept it, we'll be into the jump device and we'll be fighting together for the Stargate. Now this is a 1-star Stargate. What I recommend for you guys to go for is go for the purple weapon gate, which gives 2 or 3 stars, and this is the better efficient way to get more resource out of your stamina. You'll still spend 30 stamina, but you'll be getting 4 or 5 resource instead of 3. And sometimes I can't even get 3 because I'm out of those for the day, right? So notice here I'm getting 3 of the nanofibers that I really needed, the purple ones, and you can get 4 or 5 if you start looking into the chat. So I did one for demonstration, but notice here there's 1 stars, 2 stars. Always be on the lookout for the ones you need. And this is definitely a bonus way to get almost double the loots for the same vitality. Now finally, we'll look into some of the daily loots that you should be getting, and there is tons of those. So I really want to make a collection video like this to share you guys with more loots you should be collecting each day. It doesn't take a lot of time. The first one I want to share is, so coming over to the map, the first one I want to share is, I'm sure some of you might have heard of this. If you haven't, do come to this particular teleportation point, the Space Reef Black Market. And once you get there, there is an NPC that gives you a daily toy. You can get 2 blue ones or 2 purple ones. After that, you can come over here to the Circus Island and there is a little toy grab machine that you can play. And finally, after that, you can go to Hydros and there is tons of vehicle parts to be looted. So what I'll do is I'll show you guys the replay over here. So notice I'm teleporting over here to the black market, and now running to the black market. What you want to do is you want to come over to this NPC called Hopkins and talk to him. He will provide you with 2 of the random boxes, open them randomly, and you'll be getting anywhere from the blue gift to the purple gift, which are very good in upgrading your character. And notice this time I was not that lucky, I got 2 of the blue ones. So if we fast forward a little bit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teleport to the circus and I'll show you guys where the gacha machine is. So the gacha machine is located next to the balloons over here, and this is the gacha machine. Make sure you do this daily. Now, if you missed out in the previous days, this one actually allows you to respectively get your entries. So if you miss 4 entries, this will actually give you 4 entries. I was able to play this 3 times yesterday, and I only had 1 try today. So I believe you get 1 entry a day. Now, there is a little trick to those gacha machines. What you want to do is, you want to go for the head of the little rabbit thing over here. I'll show you guys. You don't go for anything else. Always go for the head of the rabbit thing. Notice where I'm pinpointing, where the ears are. Make sure you target the ears and then you select grab. You have enough time to fail 2 times, I believe, but you don't really want to fail because I haven't failed before. This really works. I tried with other little toys, it doesn't really work. Always go for the bunny and always go for the head between the ears. And this will allow you to grab it. You have enough time to fail twice, but you don't really want to fail, right? So there you go. You get 1 free toy a day, and this will help you to gift your characters as well. So those are the daily ones you should be doing. Now finally, if we teleport to Hydros, which is the land up in the skies, what you want to do is you want to first come to the, I do the top level first. You can do the top level and also the bottom level. There are tons of vehicle parts to be collected. So go to any of those funny looking gadgets and machines and select search. So it's not this one actually. So what I'll show you guys is I actually clicked the wrong one. I was like, this is the wrong one. So go to any of the machines and select search. Notice there's some parts that is searchable. You will be searching for vehicle parts. And once you search those, sometimes they don't have anything, but make sure you check a number of those. There's a box over here, and I'll show you a bunch of those. So there's actually a lot. Once you have gotten an item, the design is a little tricky. You want to hold down to Alt and move your mouse onto the item to loot it. So move the mouse onto it to loot it. And basically what you do is you do a whole rotation on the top level of the floor and you search all the parts. Now if you're lucky enough, you will be able to get the blue vehicle parts. Notice one over here. And you'll be searching for the entire floor at the top. After searching the top floors, you'll do this at the bottom floors as well. There will be 4 at the bottom floor, and I'll just quickly show you guys a few. I won't show you guys the whole thing. So as we keep going, I will be searching the entire top floor. After searching the top floors, there will be about 4 of those little trash cans over here. You can also search for them. Do be aware, you can't loot those when you are on a vehicle, so you do have to be running around. So let me show you guys this one over here. Make sure you search, and then hold down to Alt. I was quite lucky this time. I got a green one and also a blue vehicle part. Now, in case you guys are wondering, those vehicle parts are pretty good. So, coming over to vehicles, notice that you can be maintaining your vehicle, and this will progress you towards every 5 levels for 20 of the dark crystals. This also upgrades your vehicle as well. I haven't unlocked the rest of my vehicles, so I'm saving some of my parts. Of course, you can also requesting those vehicles from your guild, and my guildmates has been farming a lot of the world boss, so they will be sharing a lot with everyone as well, which is really lovely. Now, before we finish the video, since it is a daily video and also extra loots, make sure you also claim on the shops over here to claim the extra loots over here. And if you guys have heard any of the particular guides, most free-to-play players, including myself, will be buying the 50 vitality potion. I haven't been buying the 100 vitality potion, but it is definitely worth it to buy the 50 vitality potion to stay in the race with everybody, because I think most players are doing this. Some players are even buying the 100 or even 200, but the 50 vitality potion is always the biggest bargain in the game, so definitely consider buying this each day. I know it will cost 50 crystals, but this will help you to boost in the long run. Now, buying those doesn't mean that you use them. What you do is you actually save them for later uses. Notice I've saved 2 of them, and my goal is to save more of them for the games to come and for higher levels to get, legendary items once I get to that level. Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe on our YouTube channel and for more content related to Tower of Fantasy. I'll be looking into more free-to-play content, and I've tried to look into minimum spending or no spending method to clear the game and also achieve the highest amount of free currencies and also free-to-play, characters and also weapons in the game.